Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Six-Legged Spider by Inferio. So we have standard 6x6 Sudoku rules in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box. We are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have this diagonal in the grid that's marked in a blue line. That's also like a row, column, or box, where we're placing 1 to 6 along this diagonal exactly once each. So you can think of it that way. We also have thermometers in the grid. So thermometers are these doohickeys here. They always have a circle and then a line coming out of the circle. And from the circle, which we call the bulb of the thermometer, digits have to strictly increase. So if I put a 3 here, this has to be bigger than 3, such as 5. Could be 4 or 5. Can't be 6 because this now has to be bigger. So this cell has to be bigger than this cell. And so 6 would not leave anything for here, but we could go 5, 6 like this. So this would be a valid filling. What you can't do is you can't get smaller and you can't repeat. You must get bigger as you move along. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. All right, so how do we want to get started is the big question. We need a 6 on this, or sorry, we need a 1 on this diagonal, and we need a 2 on this diagonal. I think that's where to start. So what do I mean by we need a 1 and 2? Of course we do, but if you look, these are all tips of 3-cell thermometers. What is the the minimum value of the tip? Well, it would be 3, right? We can go 3, 2, 1. If we put a 2 or 1, we wouldn't have, like, we go 1 to here, but we wouldn't be able to fill the rest of the thermometer backwards. So 1 and 2 can't go on these tips. So this is a 1-2 pair. That means this cell here can't be a 1 or a 2 because we don't know which is which, but we know these are different. One's a 1, one's a 2. And these both see both of those. That makes both of those have to start with at least a 3. So we could go 3, 4, 5, or 4, 5, 6. So these are 3 or 4. These are 4 or 5. And these are 5 or 6. So now we need a 3 and a 4 on this diagonal, and they have to go here. So that 3, 4 is going to look down the thermometer and make this 2 or 3 and this 1 or 2. This is pretty cool. I like that interaction. But what do we do from here? We get these 1-2 pairs. I guess of note, this 1-2 needs to go in this box somewhere. We know it's different from this one. It's certainly not this one, so it goes here. Similarly, this 1-2 needs to go in this box. It's not repeated in the row. It's not here. It's not here. So we can put those 1-2s there. I'm tempted to color them, but I may not need to. We know there's a 6 down here and there's a 6 up here. All right. Something I'm just going to point out, which I don't know if is helpful at the moment, is because we know this, for example, is a 5-6 pair, we know that these two cells cannot be 5 or 6. Because let's say we put a 5 here, right? If we put a 5 here, then both of these are 6, and that's not allowed on the diagonal. So we have this pair here. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4 only. And I'm trying to see if they see more than that. But we might as well just pencil that. And then also we have this 3, 4 pair, which takes 3 and 4 out of these corners. So these are from 1, 2, 5, 6. I may need to color. Maybe not, though. These are from 3, 4, 5, 6. So are these 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm clearly missing something important here. Okay, do we know that these have to be different? Actually, we know these are the same. Oh, okay. Is that interesting? Yeah. Oh, this is clever. Okay, so I'm going to use color for this. Green, these two green cells are the same, and that's just roping from our 6x6, right? This green needs to go in this box somewhere, and it can't go in these two places, so it goes here. So these are the same digit, but we know that this is a 5-6 pair. If this is a 5-6 pair, one of them's 5, which means one of these greens can't be 5 because it's got to be smaller than the 5 at the tip of the thermo. So that does mean that these are both 4. And that's going to make both of these 3. Okay. That's cool. I like that. So this is a 5-6 pair and this is a 5-6 pair. That makes sense. Okay. So this is from 1, 2, 3 because we have this 5, 4, 5, 6 already in the column. The 1 is here, which means this cannot be 1. Do we have something similar going on here? We have this 5, 6 pair. This is from 1, 2, 3, and also the 1's here. So that's not a 1. All right, what else can we do here? Right, so I don't know if we can make the same argument here. I'm trying. Okay, so this is a little bit harder to see, but I think if I color the 1, 2s, it might be easier to see. So what am I doing with this coloring? Well, I don't know how much I need to actually color here, but we'll color what we can. We know that this 1, 2 is going to be one of them, right? We don't know which, but we're going to call that green. So this is kind of like symbolic solving, right? We're calling whatever this value is green. So this value, since it shares a column with green, it can't be green. So we're going to call the other 1, 2 purple. We don't know if this is 1 and this is 2, or if this is 2 and this is 1, but we know they're different and we can call those differences out. So now along this diagonal, we know that this can't be purple because we're not allowed to repeat purple in the diagonal. So this is back to green because there's only 2 colors for 1 and 2. That let us color all of these as well. So this is kind of what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that these two are a 1, 2 pair, which means one of them is 2. We don't know which one is 2, but whichever one is 2 is going to put a 3 here and then a 4 here. That's kind of what we already, and then the 3 is going to go 3, 2, 1. So this is a 2, 3 pair. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is this ends up a 2, 3 pair. These can't be the same. If they were both 3, then this would be double 4. That's obviously wrong. If they were both 2, then this would be double 1, and that's wrong because of our coloring. So this is a 2, 3 pair. One of them is purple. Okay. No, one of them is, sorry, one of them's green or purple. I might just be confusing things, but this is a 2, 3 pair, which means one of them's a 2. All right, well, if one of these is a 2, then this isn't a 2. We can at least say that. And this isn't a 2. I don't necessarily want to give them colors, because what I was saying is one of them's green or purple, and the other one's not. Maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to be looking at. It's cool logic, though, but it feels a little more advanced than we would normally put in an adventure puzzle. It's definitely true, though. So what can we learn from that? I think it's this thermo that's going to break the symmetry here. We kind of have a symmetry here where we don't know which way goes which way. And so it must be this thermo that breaks it. So we should look at it. What does it do? Well, this is not 1, 2, or 3. So this is from 4 or 5 only, and this is from 5 or 6 only. These are 4, 5, 6 in general. These are 4, 5, 6 in general. The 4 goes here. That means the 4 goes here. This is bigger than green. Maybe it's this thermo that breaks the symmetry? It can't be 1. There we go. Oh. We need 1 in this box. And this little thermo tip here prevents this from being 1. So that does make greens 1, and it makes purples 2. So the 2 gives us 3 and 4, and then the 4 looks down the diagonal, making this 3 and 2. This is 5 and 6 now. Yeah, that finishes the whole puzzle. Wow, okay. So yeah, I definitely didn't need that logic from earlier. I don't mind pointing out more advanced stuff like that because you will need that in harder puzzles. So I feel like it's a nice opportunity to say, okay, well, you solved the puzzle this way, but there's these interactions that maybe you didn't notice. Hopefully you appreciate those. I don't know. Oh, right, this 5 sees there, so that's 6 and 5. That's 6 and 5. And then we need a 4 in here, and we need 1 over here. There we go. Yeah, that took me longer than it should have to see that we needed a 1 in this box and it could only be here. Um, I think something I'm going to do, I'm going to solve this again, and I'm not going to use any of that advanced stuff, and I'm going to see if it just solves cleanly that way. I don't normally do this, but I think that this puzzle probably deserves people not thinking that it needed those things. So let's see if we just blindly work our way through it without noticing those, if that just kind of works itself out. So I do think you do want to notice that this is a 1-2 pair. I also think that you should notice that this is a 3-4 pair. I think that that's a reasonable opening. And then that makes this 5-6 pair on the diagonal, which makes this 3-4 pair on the diagonal. And we can do 2-3 and 1-2 here. So I think that this logic as well is needed, where we end up with this 1-2 over here and this 1-2 over here, which do make these the same, which forces them to be 4. I think that's also reasonable, because that gives us this 1, 2, 3 triple here, which takes 1 out of this cell, and 1 can't be in this cell. So now we can place this 1, and that lets us, instead of coloring, that lets us know which one's which does force 2, 3, 4 here, which forces 3, 2, 1 there. So you kind of get that interaction for free without having to notice it. You just fill. And then from here, I think it's just going to solve the same as I did at the end there, but it'll solve very quickly. So we might as well just do it. This is 4, 5, 6, but this can't be a 4. This is 4 or 5, but it can't be a 4. So this goes 5, 6. This goes, oops, I messed up. What did I do? All right, 4, 5, 6. This can't be 4. That can't be 4. This is 1, 2, 3. So this is 4 or 5, but it can't be 4. So this, I'm missing a digit. It's 1, right? 1 goes down here, or 1 goes here. That's what I missed. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is 5, 6. That's a 5. That's a 6. 4 and 5. I think the rest just kind of falls into place. We get the 5 and the 6 here. I need 2, 3, 4 here. That's 4. That's 2. That's 3. I need 1, 6, 5 here. That's 6, 1, 5. This pair is 1, 2. We know the order. This is 3, 4, 6. So this is 6, 4, 3, and then this is 5 and 6, and we get the same answer, of course. So yeah, just noticing the 1 in this box, it was key. You didn't need any of that other stuff. I think the opening was still needed. I think that the analysis of these cells, getting the pairs on the diagonal was needed. You didn't actually have to use the pairs to like eliminate from these cells and stuff. And you didn't need to notice the weird coloring interaction that happened there because you just placed the 1 and it happens. So yeah, let me know if you liked the double solve there. I can do that more in the future if you liked it. If not, it's kind of just a use of time that we don't need to use, but let me know how you felt about it. And of course, if you enjoyed this, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.